Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to my channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back today with a new series review. Today we're going to be reviewing
WandaVision.
Yes, WandaVision. Let's see. I think this is our first time really doing a series review.
This is our first time doing a series review.
Yeah, first time doing a series
review.
review.
We got the top 10 black series.
Yeah, we do got that.
That's kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
but
kind of similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, this you want to go ahead and break down what this is.
This is going to be a spoiler. Spoiler alert. If you have not watched WandaVision, click off now.
Yes, immediately.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to go ahead and get into what exactly is WandaVision?
WandaVision is a series of series.
A series of series.
I love it.
For people that are familiar with it, this picks up right after Endgame.
Yes.
And Wanda is trying to make sense of her world after everything has happened. And I guess I'm used to not spoiling stuff. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and take the blinders off. So she's lost everything. She's lost Vision, and so she's trying to make sense of that. And the first 3 episodes, I guess when people watch WandaVision, they didn't know what was going on. It was paying homage to a lot of these old sitcoms like
I Love Lucy. Dick
Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Brady Bunch.
Yes.
Bewitched.
Yep.
What else? But that was the older shows. Those was like the first 3 episodes, so things were in black and white. So
we enter this world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're watching WandaVision on TV, like nothing ever happened. So we're like, what in the world?
Right, and you don't have any idea what's really going on.
How did we get here?
And for me, those episodes, they necessarily weren't the best episodes, but I liked them just because, it was nostalgic, and I guess, I don't know, maybe when you get a certain age, I don't know, maybe you act like the old person, get off my lawn, or I remember back in my day. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because I've gotten a certain age that when I see stuff that, brings back childhood memories, I like it. So it kind of harkens back to when I first was watching TV where stuff was in black and white. Where sometimes we would look at reruns, but those reruns were in black and white. Yeah. So when you're trying to figure out what's going on, the thing is you're in. I don't know. For me, I was enjoying the episodes, but then it will be a slight twitch or something, and I'd be like, okay, wait a minute,
something's not right.
Something ain't right. Something's off, or whatever. And I think that's the thing that kept you intrigued. So for a lot of people, if you're watching this and you didn't make it all the way through or whatever, the series definitely picks up after about episode 3. After episode 3 happens, then you really start learning. Oh, okay, this is what's really going on. Even though you necessarily don't have all the answers, that's when you start to see that the organization Sword.
Yes.
They're on the outside, and they're basically trying to get into this hexagon that Wanda has created, and this new world that she's created, and that they're trying to get into, to save all the different people that's on the inside. Yeah. So
and for this to be a series, like every single series from the opening credits.
You mean episode?
Yeah, every single episode from the opening credits to the way the screen widened or whatever. I mean, it was just amazing.
Yeah, and that's things that we picked up on. Like if you looked at certain, there was clues to know when you were where you were in this world that Wanda has created, or when you were on the real world. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times when you were in the real world, kind of got that aspect ratio of like a movie where everything would kind of shrink in, a lot, and look like how a lot of TV looks like on flat screen TVs nowadays. But so it was subtleties like that to me made the series real good. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, I don't know if you said it or not, but maybe we talked about it earlier about how good the actors were.
Yes.
I think they were something that really helped to propel the season on. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously you have Elizabeth Olsen playing Wanda and Paul Bettany playing Vision. Mm-hmm. And they're love for each other is definitely palpable. Like you can definitely see it. They have that on screen chemistry that keeps it going, and it definitely as Vision because he's Vision, but he's not Vision.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's not.
He's not the Vision we remember.
Right. He's not that Vision. You know, because spoiler alert: if you watch the Infinity War, you know you seen his life pretty much
ended.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be dead, so we're confused as to how he was even there.
Right, and I think he starts to understand that as well. He starts to notice, or because he can't remember anything pre, this world that he's in, and then just things that are happening. And so, you know what? I don't know. I think about it, it's kind of funny. Vision is almost, equal to how we are seeing things.
Yeah.
When he sees certain things happen, he's like, well, this doesn't make sense, and it's kind of as the viewer, what we're seeing too, like, wait, why did this happen, or why did that happen, or whatever. And you can even see it when as the tension starts to grow between Wanda and Vision, because obviously Vision is like, well,
you know what's going on.
You know more. Yeah, exactly. Something. So we normally don't keep secrets. We normally on the same page, and right now we on the same page at all. And so. Like I said, they're acting in their chemistry when they start fighting and they start having that tension that definitely keeps your interest into the episodes. And the difference in them, we also have Darcy Lewis, who know her from the Thor, from the Thor series. She was in the first Thor and Thor: The Dark World. I know some people don't like her character for whatever reason. I've always liked her character, and I think
I liked her better than Thor's girlfriend. She was.
What's your issue? What's your issue with
She's so boring.
Jeez.
She was.
What's the old gal name?
Her name is Jean. Because he said him and Jean didn't break up.
That's not her name. Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. I knew it was someone with a J. Jane.
But yeah, I think Kat Dennings is I feel like maybe her pairing it works better. Like with Detective Wu, he's in here and he does Randall Park. That's his name. And
he's from Ant-Man.
Yes,
you didn't know.
Yes, he's on.
Be a Marvel fan.
Yeah, he's on Ant-Man. I feel like they got chemistry too. Like I would watch a show like with Kat Dennings and Randall Park. I actually seen some people that tweeted about like if Kat Dennings and Randall Park had kind of like a sci-fi type X-Files type show they were watching, and I think that's a good idea. I think that would be dope. Like I feel like they definitely had chemistry. And another character is Tiana Paris, and she is Monica Rambeau. And if you watch Captain Marvel, that was basically the daughter of Captain Marvel's best friend.
Yes.
So she's
Marie.
Yeah. So she's going through a lot of things. She has a lot of memories. Oh, and that
she
scene
comes back.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's what I was about to go into.
Yeah, when they showed the people coming back from the snap, that was a phenomenal. And her mom, I guess she had cancer, right? And so she had found out her mom died during the 5-year why everybody was.
Yeah, that might. Well, I don't know. I might actually have to take the time to try to figure out what was the best episodes, but that I definitely think that was one of the top episodes because when you think about the blip, or the opposite of the blip, with basically that was when the Hulk when he snapped his fingers and had everybody return. That's basically what happened, and we got
I thought Iron Man.
No,
the Hulk did.
No, it's not. The Iron Man did basically.
Yeah.
Killed all of
his
Thanos and everybody
Thanos
else.
People,
yeah,
right.
so it's the snap that Hulk did.
Yeah.
Man, maybe threw me off. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. You seen glimpses of it, like on Spider-Man: Homecoming, I believe it was, where basically they it was kind of used as kind of a laughable moment, where like the band was on the court, and they were gone, and then basically they came back. But you never really did. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think about what was, how it was when everybody was coming back, out of nowhere, and that scene where it's just complete chaos in the hospital, and you see everybody running around. People are returning, and see, obviously you're coming back, and your mindset is obviously
where you left.
where you left off, and you kind of seen that too, like
Hawkeye too. Didn't his family come back too?
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm I'm talking about as far as the glimpses, like on Endgame, you seen that when Iron Man is talking to Spider-Man, or Spider-Man as a part in Endgame during the battle, and he's like, Spider-Man's telling him like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I came back, like they snapped back, you know, they was on the planet, and Doctor Strange was telling him that we got to go here or whatever, because obviously Doctor Strange has seen all this or whatever. So again, that was a glimpse into how things were when people got snapped back or blipped back, so to speak. But to actually see it is that was pretty exciting.
And the minor details that it's who did the what's their names? Dang, I can't think of their names right now. But the Marvel people, the people over Marvel, put so many details into, like, from the commercials that were within everything is a clue to something. They strategically put stuff there.
Right, yeah.
And that's what makes it so good, because it's like subtleties that you wouldn't even think about.
Right, and that you might miss out on. But Teyonah Parris is you said what, you gonna look it up?
Yeah, because I follow them. I know who they are. The guys, Russo brothers, Russo brothers.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
But Teyonah Parris is Teyonah Parris. Sorry. She's a character which I can't really wait to see more of. I'm gonna be interested to see when that's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be in Captain Marvel 2, because if you saw the end credit scene, it's pretty much she talks to one of the aliens who's disguised,
Skrull, right?
Yeah, one of the Skrulls, and she tells them that you've been grounded. You know what I'm saying, indicating basically that what's his name?
Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury is basically looking down, and basically wants to almost recruit her, which I think that's gonna be dope. So to see, you know, and just to understand her powers, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted, this is WandaVision. It's not it's not her story. You know, it's not Monica Rambeau. It wasn't her story. So I'm really interested in her learning her powers, because it was a part, you know, when the police, you know, they were basically trying to shoot Wanda's kids, and she ran over there, and like the bullets are like going through her, and they kind of just falling, you know, whatever. That was a really dope part.
Yeah.
Any other things that stick out for you as far as the season?
I love how Wanda came into herself. I love how she went from Wanda to Scarlet Witch, and I thought that was cool too. People try to paint her as this villain lady, but she is not. First of all, let me tell you. She didn't know what she was doing when she had those people.
And that's another thing that makes this more, I think that's one of the things that had you so interested in the show, because you didn't know how everything was happening, and even as episode would go on, you still wasn't sure, and Wanda wasn't sure.
No, she didn't know exactly.
She didn't know how it happened, and we didn't learn it until about like episode 7, I think, or maybe even episode 8.
No, it was 8. She knew by then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It showed how
gradually,
you know, how everything happened, you know, and how, you know, all the pain and anguish and the loss that she's experienced
over life,
but that's the funny thing. I was thinking about that. And that'll be an interesting video. I think I've seen a video like that, but it'd be interesting to argue or even talk about who's had the most frustrating life or the most sad life. Because a lot of them...
In the Marvel, in the MCU?
Yeah, because it makes me think about that part on, I believe it's Infinity War.
Where Thor was talking
Thor was talking
to Peter Quill.
No, we was talking to Gamora, actually. He was talking to Gamora about
and then Peter Quill,
what happened, and then Peter Quill tries to jump in and be like,
I too lost my father.
I lost my father because my father murdered my mom, and then I had to basically kill my father. And Thor was talking about how he lost his father, you know, lost his mother.
His mom, Yeah.
So a lot of the, you know, and then even Iron Man, you know, he's lost his parents. A lot of
Spider-Man lost his uncle.
Yeah, lost his uncle.
We don't even know. I don't even know who his parents are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I think that's the thing,
and
you're right. A lot of them have been through trauma. A lot of them need counseling. Really,
yes, definitely.
Slick. They
Definitely.
They need to be put on the couch.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wanda has gone through so much, and to see just how everything happened once she was dealing with that pain and the world that she was able to create. And just to piggyback off to what you said, like some people feel like she is the villain in this, and I guess like me and you were talking about it, and all about intent. Like, what was her intent? Did she intently feel like to enslave this people in this small town and bend them to her will? No, that wasn't it. Like it kind of just happened, and then once she learned everything and figured everything out, she was just like, I'm gonna let y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Deuces. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And now that I know, and that's like a lesson right there. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing for how people behave when they don't know something, but how do they behave once they know?
Yes.
It's like, okay, you didn't know you was hurting my feelings. Now that you know you're hurting my feelings, what are you gonna do now?
Right.
And she makes the decision. You know what I'm saying? My bad. She lets them all out.
She does.
So we've pretty much been talking about all the positives. Any negatives that you can think of?
I love it.
And I guess if I had a negative, you know what I'm saying, just like you were saying, Marvel does everything for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Typically, it seems like everything is calculated. Everything, there's reasons behind everything.
Yeah.
And one part that it seems like what was the reasoning behind it was the casting of
Pietro.
Yeah, Pietro.
Her brother.
Can't think of his real name, but yeah, obviously he was the Quicksilver in the X-Men universe, and I know a lot of fans were wondering, is this the setup of the multiverse? Because obviously he played Quicksilver in the X-Men universe, and now Marvel technically has all those Fox characters like the X-Men and Fantastic Four and all that. So is this the beginning or the introduction of the X-Men into this universe, or is this the introduction of the multiverse? And for that to kind of just go nowhere, that was kind of some BS or whatever. Because go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I feel like, because me and you have had this conversation before as well. When we think about the MCU as we know it as of now, everybody is a human or came from another planet, so they never really talked about mutants. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we know that
Scarlet Witch was a mutant the whole time.
She was a mutant the whole time. She was never she wasn't a witch that learned these powers or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think that they kind of are tying into the mutant world. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But I feel like it's a tie-in to, now we're introducing mutants.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
That used him to kind of segue into it. I might be reaching. But.
Yeah, I think you are reaching on that. Because it's just, I just don't, because again,
only because Darcy said they recasted Pietro.
And that's fine. You can recast them that's what I'm saying. But the fact that you use that same actor that played that person in another universe says a lot. Now I'm saying, you just don't, you know what I'm saying? If you was just going to use some random person and then she said the exact same line, but it was just some random individual, it would have had the same effect. Because if he had the hair, because we saw the back of his head, and then we would have put two and two together. When she said Pietro, we would have been like, oh shoot, well why does he look different though? Mm-hmm. We still would have been figuring it out. And then we would have got to the end and would have been like, oh, okay, well, that was Agatha Harkness, pretty much just pulling all the strings, just to get information or figure everything out.
I think this is going to be continued, though. I feel like this is going to come up later on in the MCU, and we're going to figure out something.
As far as Quicksilver is concerned,
I think so. Or maybe the tie into Magneto and Wanda. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. That's another thing. Agatha Harkness. She, I can't think of her real name either now.
She's Catherine Hahn.
Yeah, Catherine Hahn. That's her name.
She's from
a lot of stuff.
Bad Moms.
Yes, he is.
I remember her from.
Bad Moms. I remember in what's the movie with Will Ferrell? Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
She's in Step Brothers too.
She sure was, and she's such a different character. Yes. she kept this role.
But her comedic timing, I think that
that came out.
That's something that definitely shows, and her doing a good job that she does throughout the episodes. But even and she definitely when she wants to switch flipped and it's like, oh, okay, well, now this is the real me. You know, I think she did a good job with that as well. So any more dislikes? So
I thought you were gonna say you didn't kind of like how her story started with because they kind of didn't explain.
No, that was fine.
Did,
no,
okay.
I like how they did it because it kept you in the dark, so you didn't know. Because remember, we kept trying to figure out because like in the Halloween episode, we were trying to figure out like, well, maybe she don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Because and that's the thing with everybody so obsessed with Marvel stuff. Like when you're on social media, on YouTube or what have you, you know, it's so many people with different theories or whatever, and sometimes it's hard to like not look at it or whatever. But so many people already had theories about who she was and what was going on. Yeah. And so you didn't really know because at some point you'd be like, well, maybe she is bad, and sometimes like during that Halloween version, I was like, well, maybe she's not. Maybe she is and doesn't know what's going on or whatever.
Yeah. And then that time when she's like, you want me to redo that again? We were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why would she say that?
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but eventually, and there were clues there, that she was on that BS the whole entire time. So, but that definitely, like I said, made it interesting. From what I'm seeing, some people were mad about how, I don't know. I guess people have different expectations, and that's what you find. You know what I'm saying? That's the
word for the day.
Right, really. When it comes to just different, shows and movies and everything, sometimes what people think in their head, I expected this, I expected that. But I liked the action part. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't just a ton of action throughout this series.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Made sense.
So.
For the way the show went, it would have
you're right. Yeah. But I like the action that I got, and I would have been okay with some more, like maybe like 5 to 10 more minutes of action. I wouldn't have been mad. But yeah, I definitely like that part, the vision on vision, vision on vision crime. Yeah. I like how
witch on witch crime.
Right. I like how that how that played out. Yeah. It was definitely interesting. So it definitely leaves you wanting more. I can't, I'm definitely ready for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'm just ready to see where Marvel is going to take it. You know what I'm saying? What's going to go on with Scarlet Witch and her new powers. If you've seen the end credit scenes,
she's learning all kinds.
She's doing like pretty much like Doctor Strange, and her astral plane self is over here reading that book that had all those different spells that Agatha Harkness, I think, had at first and was reading and trying to understand. So there's no telling where her power is or where she's going to go with that. Yeah. And like I said, with the character of Teyonah Parris and seeing where Monica Rambeau, where her story is going to go. And also, hopefully...
Finding out what's going on with Captain Marvel, too, because they hinted towards a lot of that as well.
Yeah. So looking at that, and where Vision is, where the Vision go? Because right, where did the White Vision go? Because he kind of got reset, so to speak, and now he has all the memories that were brought back to him. So where is he gonna go, and how is that going to play into him and Wanda's relationship? Especially with Wanda kind of changing, so to speak, to the Scarlet Witch now. How is that going to affect their relationship? Yeah. So all of that's going to be interesting. Marvel continues to have win after win after win, and I get that's well, what else were we to expect?
Exactly. I don't know why y'all trying to even figure out Marvel, because you can't figure out Marvel.
Yeah, you can't.
That's the beauty of Marvel. That's why we love them so much. Right. They're not predictable like everybody else.
This is true.
So.
All right. If y'all want to go ahead and do us a favor, definitely.
Are we going to give a rating?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, give a rating.
Yeah, I guess this is a review, and I guess that's what you do is give ratings during a review. So, you want to go ahead then?
I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to give it an A because it was entertaining. I was vested in the characters. I didn't see any... I love, like I said, the details. I love the details. This is amazing to me.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with an A too.
Woo!
I think I'm gonna give it an A.
First time in a while
Yeah, I think I was probably leaning towards a B, but just I guess the last episode and just there was really a lot of emotion behind Wanda and just everything that she's been through. Just pretty much you lost your parents at a young age. I guess you've had love and somewhere you found love or somewhere where you didn't think you was gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? For 2 years, and you was learning and learning this person, and then things happen and they get snatched away or whatever, and then you disappear and then you reappear to fight a big war, and then after that, then you're trying to make sense of your life or whatever. So just to see all of that, everything that she went through, and then the emotional ways that you basically knew now that this new life that you thought you had, it wasn't real, and the effects of you creating that new life has bad effects on everyone else, and so you had to let that all go again. So she in essence almost had to say bye to Vision for a third time.
Ashley,
so
couldn't imagine.
So yeah, so looking at it from that perspective, when you just look at the life that Wanda has went through and being able to understand that, I think they did a very good job, and that's why I will also give it an A.
Yes.
All right, so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, if you want to go ahead and help us out and hit that thumbs up, we definitely appreciate it. Definitely helps out the channel. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. You definitely can keep up with the different videos that we come out with. And you can also hit that bell so you can get those notifications every time we drop new material. So if you want to go ahead and comment in the comment section, what should they comment?
What was your favorite show within this series? What episode did you like the best and why?
Favorite episode and why?
Yes.
All right, we definitely appreciate y'all checking us out, and I guess we'll holler at you. Peace.